Hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. I haven't done it for a few days, good old GALA video, but hasn't moved much, okay? It hasn't moved much. It is still a fairly unreliable structure, but we haven't broken our levels, so everything's still good. We have, however, tested the next target or resistance level that we talked about in the previous video. So my thesis, my assumption still stands, is basically unchanged. The idea is still that we are in a corrective rally, okay, not an impulsive rally. Well, in corrections, you can also have impulses. So they are basically the stronger movements. To keep it very simple, there's much more to that than just saying, okay, an impulse is an aggressive move. That's not the case. Also, diagonals can move in very aggressive ways. No, it's all about, okay, where does it take us? And a corrective move is much less predictable, much more messy. It's a rocky road, you know. We don't have very clear understanding of the subwave structures here. There are, well, I can give you 10 counts. That's the thing, you know, when we talk about the subwaves, you could say the microwaves. It just doesn't help. So best I can do is to define here a potential A wave, B wave, which was very shallow, and then from here, the onset of a C wave, which ideally reaches the 100% extension of the A wave. Now, that's all based on the assumption, the unreliable assumption that the B wave is so shallow, and that would take us to 5.4 cents. Therefore, we said in the previous videos, take it with a pinch of salt. I'm happy to revise my view if I have to. Don't rely too much on the micro structures here. We haven't really got a very clear count that gives me, let's say, well, I have an invalidation point, right? Which is the low. And I also have an invalidation point, which is this low here. But that's only for, you know, that's not, you know, if we break below that level, that just means we have to recount the microstructure. It does not invalidate the idea of further upside. But that's, you know, I can count a complete A wave here. That's the thing, with a nice ending diagonal here, you know, then the shallow B wave, and we could indeed be in the C wave, but the C wave, if it's not an impulse, it's also difficult and doesn't seem to be. So it no change really. We have to remain very, very cautious here on this chart. That's all I can say. So if I have to change the count, don't be surprised. But for now, it's okay. Yeah, we have been climbing higher. That has been our main thesis for 1.5 months now, roughly, maybe more, well, 5-6 weeks. And I gave you that next resistance area here that we have now seen a rejection from. But overall, GALA is holding well. We had a previous breakout point here at 2.8 cents. So basically what we did, breakout, rally to the next resistance, retest. So it's retesting that level from above. If we can flip that previous resistance for support, well, we did that here already. So ideally, it's confirming that again. We also have this ascending trend line here, and they could both hold. And then from here, ideally, we continue that pathway to the upside in the coming days or weeks. Next resistance, and that will be a much more important one than this one here. I'm actually surprised that it did lead to a pushback or pullback. Yeah, because literally this is not a very significant resistance level, at least structurally. Doesn't, in my opinion, have much meaning. The next one is much more important here, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touch points, you know, 6. So that's the level around 5.1 cents. So that's going to be the next one that's key. And then above that level, yeah, that's good confluence, you could say, with that 5.4 cent level, very close. And just above that, we've got that 6.2 cent level, the next key level to watch, because that's the larger retracement level based on the decline here. Let me zoom in a bit. This move down here, these 5 waves to the downside, that's the retracement zone between the 38.2 fib level and the 78.6, yeah. Wave 1 down, wave 2 to the upside, corrective rally, wave 3 to the downside should follow. Not saying this will happen like that. I just highlight here the risk on this chart. for short term, the trend is up anyway. Yeah, and also don't forget that there's a significant swing high pretty much where that 38.2 retracement level is. So in the short term, we focus on higher. Just a reminder of the levels that we have to watch as support. We've got this descending trend line here, basically previous breakout point, 2.8 cents. Below that level wouldn't be great. So ideally we're holding that. But if the price breaks below that level, I would be watching the 2.4 cent level, which is this B wave low. Again, you know, you can find other interpretations here, but that's the level that I will use. If that level breaks, I would have to do a recount, and it will not have a major impact, but I might need to look at, okay, what else could it be? Because it's probably would have to say all of this is then wave A, yeah, as a leading diagonal itself. So very complex. It's not, you know, it's not even worth really trying to dive that deep into the micro count, because it's not, you see it, it's not a reliable one, yeah. What does it mean, not reliable? Well, it simply means I get too many options when counting. That is an important feature of Elliott wave, that it tells you just be on the side of caution here, okay? If there is not a very clear count that applies, then that doesn't mean Elliott wave doesn't work. It just means, wow, be on the side of caution here. That is a little bit more, or let's say it's a little bit less predictable than maybe some other coins at the moment, at least. So we'll keep you updated nevertheless. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.